Hey, my name is Jordan Rousey. This is my Persuasion speech. My audience members behind you, I have Michael, I have Mark again on the PowerPoint. On the ones and twos, I got Alicia, she's doing the camera for me. A couple of people couldn't make it again, had a conflicting schedule or a schedule conflict, weren't able to make it, but we're going to go anyways. My name is Jordan Rousey. This is my Persuasion speech on why you should not text and drive. So we're going to begin. Hey everybody, how y'all doing today? Y'all feeling good?
Woo.
My name is Jordan. It is nice to be here with all of you. And what I want to talk to you guys today about is texting and driving and the dangers of texting and driving and why you should refrain from texting and driving. So quickly, I'm going to start by saying texting while driving is quickly becoming one of the top killers in this country. It's quickly becoming one of the top things that is getting people landed in the cemetery. People are dropping like flies left and right from texting while driving. And according to statistics, texting and driving, according to some statistics provided by textinganddravingsafety.com, texting and driving causes nearly 25% of all the wrecks that occur in this country. It's dangerous because it feels as if it is easy enough to do while driving. A lot of drivers say that they feel skilled enough or that they feel comfortable enough using their cellular device while they're driving because they're such a skilled driver. And that's why it's one of the most dangerous things you can do, because a lot of people have a sense of comfort while doing it. And really, it is taking your attention off the road, which is a very dangerous thing. Contrary to what some people may think, adults are actually just as guilty of texting while driving, actually even sometimes more than teenagers. A lot of people have the idea that teenagers are the reason for a lot of the texting and driving accidents, but actually it's just the opposite. The drivers that are older, that are in their adulthood years, they're actually just as much involved with texting and driving, and they're just as likely to do it. My uncle is actually a sheriff, and so I've had firsthand experience of seeing police reports and or photographs of wrecks that occurred from people that are texting and driving. So I've seen firsthand just how catastrophic this can be, and when an accident occurs, usually it is fatal. And I would like to begin by informing you of the dangers as well as the penalties of texting and driving throughout this presentation. So we're going to start by talking some of the dangers, and then we'll go into some of the penalties as well as some of the things you can do to avoid texting and driving. So imagine that you are on the way to the mall, you're driving to the mall to meet some friends, and you get a text message. You look down for just a second to read it, what seems like just a second, and then wham, you get hit, or you hit a car head on. Now you're in a world of trouble. You're possibly very, very injured. You may have injured somebody. This happens all the time. It is becoming more of a regular thing each and every day. Many car accidents that occur from texting and driving actually end up being fatal, and is becoming an epidemic across our country. Again, according to textinganddravingsafety.com, when a person that is texting and driving looks away, the average time that we spend looking away while looking at our phone while on the road is 5 seconds. So if you're traveling at 55 miles per hour and you look away from the road for 5 seconds, you have just traveled the length of a football field without looking at what you're doing. This obviously poses a huge problem and a big risk, and this is why wrecks are increasing each and every day from texting and driving. The chances of you having a wreck, a single car accident, or even a multiple car accident is actually 23 times more likely to happen if you're texting and driving. If you're looking at your phone while you're driving, you're 23 times more likely to have a wreck. And that actually makes you more at risk, and your field of vision and your impairment is actually worse than that of a drunk driver, believe it or not. Now that we've discussed some of the dangers of texting and driving and some of the things that can come from it, like wrecks and even death from those wrecks or hurting someone else, I want to discuss with you some of the penalties. Texting and driving is actually illegal in 46 states of this country. There's only 4 states that have not completely outlawed it yet and have completely banned it. Many people face serious trouble from the law when they are caught texting and driving. Some of these penalties can be $25 all the way up to $400, depending on what state you're in, and depending on how many previous violations you have from texting and driving. These hefty fines are annoying, but also from getting these hefty fines, from getting these traffic violations, you can receive up to 4 points on your license, and that will actually drive your insurance premiums up through the roof, causing you to have a difficult time paying for your insurance and being able to afford your insurance bills just from making the simple mistake of texting while you're driving your vehicle. And if you have a wreck while you are texting, and someone else is killed and you kill someone, it is considered to be vehicular manslaughter. Most states carry a sentence for a first-time offender of vehicular manslaughter from 3 all the way to 15 years. So if you kill someone by accident just from sending a text message that took you 2 to 3 seconds to send or to read, you're putting yourself at risk of going to jail for a long time because you're taking another person's life because you were negligent and you were at fault on the road. So now that we have discussed some of the dangers of texting and driving, such as having a wreck, and we've discussed some of the penalties, such as tickets or even jail time from accidents that occur while texting and driving, I want to discuss some of the things you can do to avoid texting and driving. There's actually a couple of very simple solutions. It is very hard to not look at your phone while you're driving whenever you can see it. So one of the easiest solutions that you can have is to just simply hide your phone. Get it out of your field of vision. Get it out of your sight. If you don't know that someone's contacting you or someone's texting you, then you're less likely to pick the phone up and use it. Another thing that you can do if you're someone that doesn't really worry too much about emergency calls coming through to you is you can actually turn the phone all the way off. If the phone is off, it can't vibrate, it can't ring, it can't do anything to distract you. You'll be at your destination before you know it. You can turn it back on. It'll keep you safe. The last thing that you can do to keep yourself safe while driving so that you can avoid texting is you can actually pull over on the side of the road. If you have a text message coming in or if you're having an important conversation before you leave the house and someone is texting you, you can pull over on the side of the road, you can call them, let them know that you'll be at your destination soon, that you will text them back then, or you can finish the conversation right there on the side of the road. Text them, call them, whatever, but pull over and do it safely. In conclusion, texting and driving has become one of the most dangerous things in our country. People are having wrecks. People are dying from these wrecks. People are facing jail time, receiving points against their license. People are getting penalized for this, and the cops are really cracking down. I would encourage all of you to take the pledge with me and to pledge to no longer text and drive while you're driving a vehicle so that we can keep our roads and our motorways safer.